In the year 2378, Earth was not alone in the universe anymore. After many years of silence, humans made contact with an alien race called the Xerax. They were strong, smart, and powerful. But they were also cold and distant. They didn't trust humans, and humans didn't trust them either. Still, a peace agreement had to be made. So Earth sent one person, a young officer named Maya Rentz, to meet the alien commander face to face. No army, no weapons. Just her. People whispered behind her back as she walked toward the ship. She won't survive a day with the Xerax. Commander Verex has no heart. He killed his own soldiers once. What will he do to her? But Maya kept walking, her face calm, her back straight. Inside, her heart was racing. The alien ship stood tall and dark in the center of the base. Its body looked like black metal mixed with glass. It made no sound, no light, just silence. A ramp opened slowly as Maya approached. Cold air touched her skin. She took a deep breath and stepped in. As soon as she entered, the door shut behind her. The inside of the ship was quiet, too quiet. The walls were silver blue, glowing slightly. She saw no crew, no signs. Just empty halls. A voice echoed through the air, deep and emotionless. Follow the line. A thin white light appeared on the floor in front of her. She followed it down a long hallway. Her boots made soft sounds on the metal floor. Finally, a door slid open. She stepped into a large room. And there he was, Commander Verex. Tall, almost 7 feet. His skin was dark silver. His eyes, bright violet, watched her without blinking. He wore a black suit that looked more like armor than clothing. His hands were behind his back. He didn't move. "You are the one they sent?" he asked, his voice deep and cold. Maya nodded. "Yes, Officer Maya Rentz, here to discuss the peace mission." Verex didn't answer right away. He just looked at her, studied her, like a machine scanning data. "You are young, weak, and alone." Maya stood tall. "I was trained for this. I'm not afraid." He stepped closer, very slowly. His eyes still locked on hers. "Fear is not weakness, it is information. I suggest you listen to it." Then he turned his back and walked toward a glass wall. Outside it, stars moved slowly in space. A planet glowed red in the distance. "You will stay in the lower deck, room B7. Do not wander. Do not speak to my crew. Do not touch anything." She wanted to say something, to ask questions. But something in his voice stopped her. It wasn't just cold. It was tired, heavy, like a weight inside. "Yes, Commander," she said. He didn't respond. The door opened again, and the white light returned. She followed it to her room. Room B7 was small and quiet. A bed, a table, a screen. Nothing more. As soon as she sat down, the door locked with a soft beep. She looked around. No windows. Just the quiet hum of the ship. She leaned back and closed her eyes. He didn't even shake my hand, she thought. What kind of mission is this? That night, Maya couldn't sleep. Something didn't feel right. The ship was too quiet, too empty. Suddenly she heard footsteps. They stopped outside her door. Her heart jumped. Then, a whisper. Not from outside. Not from the hallway. Inside her mind. "They sent you here for more than peace." She sat up straight. "Who said that?" Silence. She stood and touched the door. Still locked. She checked the screen on the wall. No message, no alert. Then the whisper came again. "Be careful, Maya Rentz. You are not just here to talk, and neither is he." Her breath froze. She backed away from the door. Next morning, Verex called her to the meeting room. He stood by the glass wall again, looking at the stars. "Did you sleep?" he asked. It wasn't the question that shocked her. It was the tone. Soft, almost human. She nodded slowly. "Yes, I heard something though." He turned. For the first time, there was a flicker of emotion in his eyes. The ship remembers things, some it should not. Maya stared at him. What do you mean? He stepped closer, and for the first time, his voice was low. You will see, in time. And then he walked away. The next day on the ship felt even colder. Maya walked through the hallway alone. The lights above her blinked slowly, like the ship was breathing. She had not seen any crew since she arrived. Only strange sounds, whispers, footsteps that stopped when she turned. And Commander Virex. Still silent, still distant, he gave her short instructions. He never asked questions, never smiled. His face stayed still like stone. His voice held no warmth. To him, she was just a mission. But Maya noticed things. Sometimes he paused when she spoke, like he was thinking more than he wanted to show. Sometimes when he thought she wasn't looking, he stared at her like he was remembering something. She couldn't explain it, but behind those glowing violet eyes, something was hidden. That morning she was told to go to the ship's observation deck. The path was long and empty. Walls were lined with black glass. Her footsteps echoed strangely. Suddenly, crash. A heavy door behind her slammed shut. She turned fast, but saw nothing. Then. A sound. Like growling, wet, deep. She stepped back, her eyes searching the shadows. From the darkness something moved. Long arms, sharp claws, skin like cracked stone. A creature, not like Virex, not like anything from Earth, crawled down the ceiling. Its eyes glowed green. Its mouth opened wide, showing rows of sharp teeth. Maya froze. This wasn't in the mission file, she whispered. The creature dropped to the floor, slowly moved toward her. Her heart pounded. She reached for her communicator, but it sparked. Broken. She ran. Down the hallway, turning corner after corner. The creature chased her, fast and angry. Its claws scraped the walls, its breath hot on her neck. She reached a locked door. Nowhere to run. The creature lunged. Then boom. A loud blast shook the corridor. The creature fell, screaming. Behind it stood Commander Virex holding a glowing weapon. He walked slowly toward the creature, calm, focused. You were not told to leave your cell, he said. The creature roared and jumped again. Too late. Virex fired once more straight into its chest. The creature dropped, dead. Silence filled the hallway. Maya stood frozen, breathing hard. Virex looked at her, not angry, not cold. Just watching. You are injured? He asked. She shook her head. No, I didn't know there were things like that on this ship. He didn't answer. Instead, he walked to a nearby panel and scanned his hand. The wall opened to reveal a secret chamber. Inside, Maya saw something that made her heart stop. A human photo. Old, faded, a woman smiling, wearing a military jacket from Earth. Who is that? Maya asked. Virex closed the panel. You should return to your room, he said. Is she human? Maya asked again. That is not your concern. He turned to leave. You saved me, Maya said quietly. Why? He stopped walking. For a moment, there was no sound. Then he said something she didn't expect. Because you looked like her, just for a moment. And then he walked away. That night Maya couldn't sleep. The whispers returned, but this time, they weren't from the ship. They were from her dreams. In the dream, she stood in a lab. Virex was there, but younger. His eyes not glowing. Beside him, the same woman from the photo. They were smiling, then alarms rang. The woman screamed. Soldiers ran in, and Virex was dragged away. She woke up sweating. The next morning, she opened her eyes to a soft light. On her table was a metal cube. It wasn't there before. She pressed the center. A hologram appeared. A voice spoke, female, gentle. If you are hearing this, it means he remembers. Maya sat frozen. They said he lost everything, but maybe not. The voice paused. Tell him. I forgave him. Tell him. I'm not afraid anymore. The message ended. Maya stared at the cube outside her room. Footsteps approached, slow, heavy. Was it him? Maya couldn't forget the voice from the cube. Tell him I forgave him, ... Double quotes, the words echoed in her mind again and again. Who was the woman? What did she mean? And why was the message hidden in her room? Maya had more questions now than ever. She wasn't just on a peace mission anymore. She was in the middle of something much bigger. And maybe something dangerous. The next day, Maya walked through the lower corridor. Virex had not spoken to her since the rescue. No orders, no meetings. The silence felt heavy. But Maya wasn't waiting anymore. She had seen something in that hidden chamber, a door with a strange alien symbol. It was behind the panel where he kept the photo. When Virex left, she had secretly marked the wall with a piece of wire from her boot. Now, she followed that mark. When she reached the panel, she pressed it again. Nothing happened. She tried touching it in different ways, guessing how it might open. Suddenly clicked. It slid open. The chamber behind it was dark. Cold air flowed out like a breath. She stepped in. Inside, the walls were covered with old screens, cracked glass, and storage units. Dust floated in the air like it hadn't been touched in years. In the center of the room stood a small hologram. Projector, still working. Maya touched the side. A recording started playing. The year 2341. Earth Command Black Site 17. The image showed a young Virex, less metal, more human in appearance. He looked confused, frightened. A human general stood beside him. He's stable now. Half Zirak, half human. Stronger than we expected. A voice off screen asked, "Does he know he's not full alien?" No. And he must not. We need him to believe he's one of them. Until we finish the weapon project. Maya stepped back in shock. He's a hybrid? She whispered. Another clip played. The woman from the photo appeared, smiling, speaking softly. His name is Virex. He listens to music when he's alone. He reads, he dreams. Then her voice changed. But they're turning him into a tool. They erased his memories. They lied to him, and when he finds out, he will destroy everything. Maya covered her mouth. Just then, the door behind her slammed shut. She turned face to face with Virex. His eyes glowed with quiet anger. You were told not to enter this part of the ship. Maya stepped forward. You lied to me. Virex stared at her, silent. She held up the cube. She knew. She tried to help you, but Earth used you. And now they want peace? Virex walked past her slowly. He touched the old screen. This place is a memory, one I never wanted. Maya's voice softened. Why didn't you tell me you were part human? His answer was quiet. Because I was taught to hate them. Maya felt the weight in his words. They made me a weapon, a spy. But then she ... taught me something else. He looked at Maya. For the first time, his expression changed. It wasn't anger or coldness. It was pain. She died to protect me. And now they send another human, wearing the same badge, using the same lies. Maya shook her head. I didn't know. I came here to stop war, not continue it. Virex turned away. You came here because Earth still wants to control what it created. Me. A soft alarm rang in the background. Virex looked up. Earthship approaching. They're not here to talk. Maya followed him to the main deck. On the screen, a small Earth military vessel appeared. Silent. No greetings. No signals. Then a message flashed, deliver the commander, or be destroyed. Maya looked at him. What are you going to do? Virex didn't blink. They never gave me a choice before. But now, I have one. He turned to Maya. Do you trust me? She hesitated. Just a second, then nodded. Yes. Virex pressed a button on the control panel. Lights shifted. Weapons charged. A hidden exit route opened under the ship. Then follow me. I'll show you what Earth really fears. As the Earthship began charging its cannons, Virex and Maya vanished into the hidden tunnels of space. Asterisk. The stars outside the window looked calm, quiet, peaceful, but inside the ship, war had already started. Maya sat in the command room, watching the Earth military vessel grow larger on the screen. Its weapons were active. Its silence was loud. She had sent messages, warnings, requests to speak to her commander. No reply. Earth wasn't here to talk. They were here to erase something, and she was now a part of it. Virex stood at the center of the ship, still, focused. They know you've seen too much, he said. You've been Mark. Maya looked at him. Then why aren't they answering me? Because you're no longer useful to them. The words hit hard, but she didn't look away. Why would they kill their own officer? She asked. Virex turned slowly toward her. Because you're starting to ask the wrong questions, just like the woman before you. The room fell silent. Suddenly, a voice echoed across the ship. It wasn't from Earth. It was from the Xerec High Council. A message, in the alien language. Fast, sharp, harsh. Maya didn't understand the words, but she saw Virex's face change. He clenched his fists. His eyes flickered with light. What did they say? She asked. He didn't answer at first. Then, coldly, they ordered me to give you to them. Maya stood up. To Earth? Yes, and if you don't, they will come for both of us. Maya's voice dropped. So. What will you do? Virex looked at her. For the first time, his voice shook just slightly. I don't know. She stared at him. He had saved her life. He had shared his past. He had protected her, but now. Now he was being told to give her up. And Maya wasn't sure which side he would choose. Later that night, she was in her room when the power suddenly cut out. The door unlocked with a hiss. She stepped into the hallway. No lights. No sound, then fast footsteps, and then hands grabbed her from behind. Rough voices. Alien, not Virex. She fought back, kicked, screamed. But there were too many. They dragged her through the corridor toward the rear chamber. You don't have to do this, she shouted. No one answered. They opened a hatch. A launch pod waited inside. They were going to eject her into space. No trial. No warning. Just silence. Then a pulse of light. And another. One by one, the guards fell, hit by clean, fast strikes. Maya hit the floor. Coughing. She looked up. Virex. Standing there, weapon in hand. His armor cracked. His breathing hard. He had fought them. All of them. For her. He walked toward her, helped her up with one hand. I chose, he said simply. You. Chose me? She asked. Yes. Sirens blared through the ship. Virex led her to the escape deck. They'll come after. US now, my own kind. Your kind. All of them. Where will we go? Somewhere neither side controls. A place called Vast Edge, old territory. No laws, no lies. And after that, he looked at her, not cold now, not afraid. After that, we stop running. As the ship sped into deep space, Maya sat beside him. The stars outside were wild and endless. She didn't know what was coming, but she knew this. The only person she trusted now was supposed to be her enemy. The ship drifted silently through unmarked space. Far from Earth, far from the Xerax. Maya sat alone in the dark, her hand resting on cold metal. The lights were off to avoid detection. Power was low. Only backup systems were running. She could barely hear the hum of the engines, only her own heartbeat. She hadn't seen Virex in hours after they escaped. He locked himself in the ship's lower chamber. Said nothing. Left no message. Maya waited. She had 1,000 questions, maybe more, but what haunted her most was the silence. She didn't know what he was thinking or feeling. She didn't even know if he could feel anything. But she remembered his voice when he said, I chose. That wasn't programming. That wasn't duty. That was something else. The power flickered once. Then again. The ship was getting colder. Maya wrapped herself in a thermal blanket and moved the dark hallway toward the lower chamber. The door was slightly open. She stepped inside. Varex sat on the floor in complete darkness. No armor. Just his bare arms and glowing eyes. His skin looked bruised, metal veins dimming. His chest rose and fell slowly, like he was trying to control something inside. "You should be resting," he said. "You should be honest," Maya replied. He didn't move. She walked closer. "You're not just tired," she said. "You're breaking." His eyes met hers. "My systems were not designed to disobey. When I fought them, something inside me tore." She sat across from him. "Then why did you do it?" He looked down. "Because the first time I disobeyed, it was for her. And I couldn't save her. This time I did." Maya felt something strange in her chest. Not fear, something softer. She watched him. The alien everyone called a monster, the weapon Earth had built. The machine the Xerax tried to control, sitting in front of her, breathing, hurting, remembering. He was more human than many people she knew. "She was the woman in the photo," Maya said. He nodded slowly. "Her name was Ellen. Did you love her?" Silence. Then, "I didn't know what love was until I lost her." Maya looked away, trying not to cry. "You're not a machine." "Varex, I was," he said. "Then I met her. And now I've met you." The ship shook. Just once. Like something large had passed nearby. Maya stood. "What was that?" Varex's eyes flared brighter. He stood, pain still in his body. A wave from a cloaked engine. "Someone's near." They moved to the control room. The radar was blank, but the ship's sensors showed a strange energy. Signature nearby. Not Xeric, not human. Something older, something hidden. "It's from Vast Edge," Varex said. "Old territory. Abandoned years ago." "But someone's still there?" Maya asked. "Not someone," he said. "Something." Earth and the Xerax both wanted, and both feared. "What is it?" He paused. "The place where I was born." Maya stared at him. "I thought Earth created you. They tried. But something else made me possible. A technology they didn't understand. Buried under Vast Edge. They stole it, used it, lied about it." The ship lights flickered again. Suddenly, a faint voice came through the radio. Not human. Not alien. Something mechanical. Echoing. "Welcome home, Varex." He froze. "That voice," he whispered. "Is it her?" Maya asked. He looked at her slowly. "No, it's single quotes S. The origin. The core, the thing that made me." Outside the ship, a large space station slowly appeared from behind a dark moon. Ancient. Cracked. Glowing from inside like a dying heart. "You still want to know who I really am?" Varex asked. Maya stepped closer. "I do," he nodded. "Then follow me into the dark. But once we enter, there's no going back." The space station hovered like a dead god in the dark. Vast Edge. It was massive, larger than any human city, built into the bones of an ancient moon. Its surface was cracked, its metal rusted. But strange lights still glowed from deep within. Maya stared at it through the ship window. "It looks alive," she whispered. Varex didn't respond. His eyes were locked on the station. "It's been calling me," he said. "Since the day I was created." They landed inside a long abandoned hangar. Dust floated in the air. Unmoving. Gravity was strange here, too soft, too slow. Every footstep echoed. Maya's boots touched the floor. It felt like glass and stone at the same time. No sound, no movement. Only that same voice from before. "Welcome home, Varex." They moved through silent corridors. Walls pulsed with soft blue veins of energy. Symbols older than any language. Flickered briefly, then faded when they passed. Suddenly, a light appeared ahead. a round chamber. In the center, a tall machine, shaped like a throne dot. It hummed as Virex approached. Maya touched one of the symbols. It glowed. A soft voice spoke from above. Subject 9X23. Human Xeric hybrid. Emotional sequence. Active. Memory block. Unstable. Maya turned to Virex. You weren't just created. You were one of many. He nodded. I was the only one. Who lived? The machine spoke again. Identify second presence. Maya Rents. Earth designation. Omega key. Maya froze. What did it say? Virex looked at her sharply. Omega key? Maya shook her head. I don't know what that means. The machine pulsed brighter. Unlocking genetic memory. Stand by. Suddenly, light wrapped around. Maya. Images flashed before her eyes. She saw herself, but not as she was now. She was a child, inside a lab, wires in her arms. A man in a white coat saying, she's the backup. If Subject 9X fails, she can control him. She fell to her knees. No. I wasn't just sent to talk to you. Virex stepped back, stunned. You were part of the program. She looked up at him, eyes wide, tears in them. I didn't know. The machine hummed louder. The symbols. Around the room lit up. Control match. Confirmed. Subject 9X now linked to Omega key. Virex gasped. His knees buckled. His body stiffened. Maya, what's happening? I don't know. She cried out. I didn't ask for this. Virex struggled to stand. They put something in you, a signal to shut me down. Or worse. Maya backed away, heart racing. They used both of us. Suddenly, the voice changed. It was no longer a machine. It sounded human. Female. If you're hearing this, Maya. They activated the key. Maya recognized the voice. Her mother. You were never supposed to meet him. But if you have, and you feel something, don't be afraid of it. He was built to destroy. But you were born to choose. The message ended. Silence returned. Virex sat on the floor, his hands shaking. You're not just like her, he said softly. You're connected to her. To who? Maya asked. The one I loved, Ellen. She helped build the key. She gave them a name. Yours. Maya stared at him. Everything had changed. He was not just half human. And she was not just a peace officer. They were opposites built to complete each other. Or destroy each other. The room began to dim. A countdown appeared on the wall. Awakening. Core intelligence. 60 seconds. Virex stood. Something else is here. The real thing they wanted to keep buried. Maya nodded. Let's find out what. They held each other's gaze. No more lies. No more masks. Only truth and fear. Of what came next. Time was running out. The countdown echoed through the chamber. Core intelligence awakening in 10, 9, 8. Virex and Maya stood side by side in the center of the ancient station. The symbols on the walls glowed bright red, now like veins full of fire. The air felt thick, heavy, alive. Maya looked at him. His skin shimmered with energy. His hands trembled, not from fear, but from what was inside him. This is the moment, he whispered. Everything they hid, it's coming. 3, 2, 1. The floor beneath them shook. The light vanished. For one long second, there was only darkness, then a voice, but not from speakers. Inside their minds, not male, not female, not human, something older than language. You were made, not born. But even machines dream. Suddenly, the room changed. They were standing in a different place. A memory, but it felt real. White rooms. Cryo. Tanks, dozens of children. Some human, some alien, some neither. And one boy. Standing alone in the corner. Silver eyes, quiet. That's you, Maya whispered. My first memory, Virex said. Before the programs, before the pain. They turned. Another room appeared. A woman stood inside, kind eyes. A soft smile. Maya gasped, "My mother." The woman walked toward them, her voice full of warmth, but also sadness. "If you're seeing this, I'm gone. I tried to stop them. I failed." She looked at Maya. "You were created to control him. But I changed the program. I gave you something else, Joyce." She turned to Virex. "And you were made to follow orders. But you disobeyed. That means you are free." The room faded. They were back in the core chamber. The voice returned louder now. One key, one lock, one decision. A screen appeared in front of them. Two options. Release core. Let the ancient knowledge and power escape into the galaxy. Free all hidden programs. Change the future forever. Purge memory. Destroy the station. Erase all traces. Keep the past buried. Let the galaxy continue as it is. Maya stepped forward. Her hand hovered over the screen. "If we release the core, it could start a war, or end one," Virex said. "The truth will change everything." She looked at him. "What do you want?" He didn't speak right away. Then softly, "I want to stop being someone's weapon." She nodded. "I want to stop being someone's tool." "Then let's do what they never expected," he said. "What's that?" "Choose for ourselves. Together." They touched the screen. Asterisk. The station roared to life. The walls cracked open, and streams of light burst into space. Code, memory, history, secrets, sent across the stars. Not just about them, but about the programs. The experiments. The lies. Both Earth and the Xerax would know the truth now. The station began collapsing. Virex grabbed Maya's hand. "No ship can escape now," he said. "Then we go together." They ran as fire filled the halls. Lights exploded. Gravity failed. They reached a launch pod. Damaged. Unstable. "It's only built for one," Maya said. Virex looked at her. Then did something she had never seen him do. He smiled. "Then you go." "No." He pushed her gently inside. "You were made to control me. But now, you're free. And that means I am too." He closed the door before she could stop him. "Goodbye, Maya." The pod launched. From space, Maya watched the vast edge station collapse into light. Her eyes filled with tears, but deep inside, something else burned brighter than grief. Because in a galaxy full of lies and war, she had met someone who was supposed to be her enemy. And he chose not to be.